What is going on, guys? Meister420 here, and today I'm coming to you with another tricks and tips video for Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. So although the new Zombies mode Outbreak is loads of fun, sometimes the initial setup can be a grind and it can drag on for way too long. Especially if you're playing in a full squad, between the maps being huge, everyone running around looting, hitting jump pads, doing side objectives, sometimes it can feel like it takes forever to really get going. So in today's video, I'm going to help change that. We will be going over what is, in my opinion, the fastest starting strategy or setup strategy for high round success in the new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies mode Outbreak. I will say now that you do need one other person to make this trick work, but they can quit out of the game afterwards if you're trying to play solos. But with that, let's get right into it. So if I'm not in a rush and playing normally, usually I would recommend hitting the jump pads first, as I went over in my best starting strategy for Outbreak video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out in the top corner of your screen. But in today's strategy, we approach the first 3 rounds completely differently, and you'll see why in just a second. So when you first spawn in, you want to waste no time and go right over to the main objective on round 1 and start it and complete it. Don't worry about looting or any side objectives. We aren't going to do anything except the main objectives for the first 3 rounds. Trust me, do not waste your time on anything else because you're going to lose everything you have anyway. So getting money, perks, and getting salvage, it's all irrelevant because you'll have to get it all a second time. So trust me, do not waste your time. So the first objective should be a breeze even without any perks or upgrades. So don't worry about that. You do get points and salvage for completing main objectives, and like I said earlier, you aren't going to keep any of your stuff for the early rounds, so I would just recommend you spend it all up immediately at each anomaly between the first 3 rounds. After round 1, I usually either pack my starting weapon or put dead wire on it. I also buy a death machine from the buildable table for 100 rare salvage. After round 2, if I packed my gun first, then I'll put dead wire on it next. If I put dead wire on it first, then I'll pack-a-punch it next. Also, by the end of round 2, you should have enough common salvage to upgrade the rarity of your starting weapon to green. These minimal upgrades will help to make the first 3 rounds easier. So breeze through the first 3 rounds, spend all your money, it doesn't matter, and if you don't waste your time on anything else, you can get through the first 3 rounds in like 5 to 10 minutes. And once you finish the 3rd round and move on to the 4th, this is where the strategy happens. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this does require 2 people at least, and here's why. When you get into the 4th round, you want to purposely go down and bleed out all the way and let yourself die. Once you do this, you'll get a little timer before you respawn back into the map, around like a minute long, and then after you wait that minute, you'll spawn back into the map, and when you spawn back, the gun that you started with will be gold, and you'll have 20,000 points. This is incredible because running around and looting for salvage to get enough to upgrade the rarity of your starting weapon is by far the most time-consuming aspect of Outbreak. By doing this, we allow ourselves to skip that step entirely and get right to the excitement of the higher rounds. So next, I would recommend that you take your 20,000 points and you buy 2 or 3 perks, Juggernog and Quick Revive, maybe Stamina, and then you should still have enough to pack-a-punch once and put an ammo mod on like Deadwire. At this point, you're ready to rock. With a gold-packed weapon, you should be more than strong enough for round 4. So at this point, I would recommend going around and doing the side objectives now and hitting the launch pads to make some extra points and maybe get a free perk or 2 before moving on to the main objective. If you do, after you finish the main objective, you should have enough points to double pack-a-punch your golden weapon. So if all of this is done correctly, you should be able to have 3 to 4 perks and a golden double pack-a-punched weapon with an ammo mod on it by the end of round 4. And you cut out like an hour of unneeded gameplay. By the end of round 5, you should have enough money to triple pack-a-punch, and then you can focus all the rest of your points into getting the wonder weapon. Or you could just wait until it drops from one of the special zombies that you kill in the later rounds. Now I wouldn't recommend doing this past round 4. Round 4 is the sweet spot because not only does it give you a good amount of points and a golden gun, but also you don't have to worry about all of the zombies being super sprinters yet. Once you get to round 5, about half of the zombies are super sprinters, and once you get to round 6, they all are super sprinters. So you don't want to be spawning back into the map with no perks and no upgrades when the zombies are super sprinting at you, because then they're going to outrun you and they're going to down you before you even get to buy all your stuff back. So that's why round 4 is the sweet spot for this. That's going to be it for the video today. Make sure that if you found it helpful to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. And as always, thanks for watching.